All right, let's do one more. You tell me. Maybe from contemporary cricket now.
Yeah, Cheteshwar Pujara.
Yeah, refreshing on TV as well of
Yes,
whatever I've seen.
yes, and Cheteshwar Pujara just because I remember talking to him, Cyrus, right after the great series he had 2018-19, where he made 300s
Oh, right. He
in
carried
Australia.
the bat
Yeah,
for
he
India.
made 300s in Australia. Guess what? He comes back, and Saurashtra are in the Ranji Trophy,
he
still
goes to play,
alive.
yeah, yeah.
So he goes to play
I remember
in
the story.
Lucknow.
Yeah.
I think it was the semi-final. It may have been the quarter-final, was the semi-final. He goes to play, and so he's come back after having the greatest series of his life. He's the toast of the country.
True.
But he says, we request the interview through his management team. And they say yes, but he'll want to do it in Lucknow because he's preparing for the Ranji Trophy game. I've reached Lucknow this morning in time, and this is the first time I've properly sat down and spoken to him. And here's a guy who is so laser sharp, so laser focused on the idea of batting that you would not. I don't think I've ever met anyone who loves anything as much as Cheteshwar Pujara loves batting. So one of the questions I asked him was, Cheteshwar, if you get the opportunity to bat on all 5 days of the test match, would you do so? He said, absolutely. And now that his wife's books come out, I don't know if you've had the chance to read that. Again, she talks about this sort of love he has for just the idea of batting, and it came through in that. And one of the things I asked him was, people have bracketed you as this test match player and someone who only plays red ball cricket. He says, yeah, but look at my list A record. 50 over cricket record.
It's decent,
It's
yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
He averages over 50.
And strike rate is also not
His
bad
strike
at all,
rate is
yeah.
also not bad.
And he's hit sixes as well. A few occasions I've seen him play T20.
Yes,
It's not that he can't hit the
so
long
he's
ball.
got the game,
Yeah.
perhaps not quite the game that you need for T20 cricket right now, but he also had these knee injuries and etc. But again, endearing to the point of charming, but also extremely real. Absolutely nothing about him is like an image that he wants to portray. If he in an interview setting of this kind, again, someone who doesn't need any background, nothing, because he's just completely clear about how he watches and views the game. I think he'll make a really good broadcaster. He already is.
And he's got a very, as you said, real way.
Yes.
There's no put on, which
Yes.
is always interesting to watch when the person is the person.
Yes, and seems to be someone who's very, very satisfied with how his life is panned on. One of the things that you admire about people like that is, you look at someone like a Pujara, because of the IPL riches not having come his way in the same way as it has come
There's no bitter-
for multiple
yeah.
players. Some people can get bitter,
He's
right?
not,
Because
yeah.
your financial life can be impacted by some of these IPL contracts are so big, and players who are not a patch on you because you've played 100 test matches have all these not
It's
a
like the Chandapal versus Pollard
Yes.
kind of situation. Yeah.
not a trace of this. And isn't it lovely, Cyrus, that his wife writes a book and he becomes the biggest sort of propagator of that book. So he kind of goes everywhere,
And pushes it,
talks to
yeah.
everyone, pushes it, and it just shows you the kind of sort of person that he is again him as well as Ashwin. These are the two sort of
Yeah.
people that
Born into broadcasting, you would
born-
say, Ashwin.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
he could just do that.
and just sort of have this deep-rooted love for cricket that just comes through in every interaction that one has with them. So
I think that's spot on, no? That the fact of the matter is, first you're a cricket tragic, then you're a superstar.
Yeah, and
The
you continue.
Cricket tragic stays, whatever happens to your career.
Yeah, and I think you continue to love cricket in the same way even when you're not playing it.
Yeah.
And I think that's very rare. A lot of people fall out of love with cricket, and that's fair enough too. You've done it all your life. You want to do something else, but I think someone like a Pujara, I don't think he'll ever fall out of love with cricket. We had this little joke with him once where, do you remember the one year that he was with CSK and they ended up winning
Right,
the IPL?
right, yeah.
And this was obviously before the season that RCB won. So the kind of little chuckle we had with him was that, well, Cheteshwar, you're a IPL champion before Virat Kohli is.
Yeah, which is true,
and he said-
technically.
he
Yeah.
said yes.
Yeah.
And he had the trophy photo as well. And again, cheeky, huh? Not
Yeah.
not at all someone who's you imagine as a sort of dull.
Not quite the way he was portrayed as a batsman, I think.
Correct.
Also in difficult conditions.
Likes
that's
to
a bit of
laugh.
that.
Likes to laugh, and that's always a good quality, right, Cyrus?